that are strategic in nature that once you grasp will put you in the top 10% of the LinkedIn users worldwide. So enjoy the tips, and I'll see you on the other side. Take care. Bye-bye. Hi, I'm Rick Itzkowicz, and I'm the LinkedIn guy. And in this video, I am going to give you some LinkedIn power tips. And we're going to start out with the first one, which is determine your LinkedIn objective. You see, everything that you do on LinkedIn will be predicated on what is your purpose for using LinkedIn. And what I am about to share with you right now are some possible objectives that you may have for using LinkedIn. It can be any one or more of these objectives, but determining which one it is will determine what it is that you should be doing with LinkedIn. So one of the objectives is to get back in touch with people. You might want to use LinkedIn simply to connect with colleagues that you used to work with, similar to if you are familiar with the site of classmates.com with people that you went to school with. Well, getting back in touch with some colleagues at other companies that you used to work with or with other vendors that you used to deal with. LinkedIn is a great repository of information and people with 70 million, 75 million, I believe nowadays, number of people that could help you. To be found, the reverse of this, sometimes by being out there on a site like LinkedIn, people can find you and connect to you. Or let's say that you are not actively looking for a different job or a different opportunity. However, you still would be open to anything that may come along your way. Sort of like a passive approach to this. So that's another objective to have on LinkedIn. Here's another one, to acquire expertise. So LinkedIn will help you learn about your industry or any other industry that you throw yourself into. There's a lot of experts, there's a lot of people asking questions, answering questions, and I have gained tremendous amount of expertise on LinkedIn. So that could be another one of your reasons why you are on LinkedIn, is to acquire expertise. To further your career or to find a job. You see, some people are on LinkedIn to find jobs. In fact, one of the misconceptions that people have is that LinkedIn is only for people who are looking for a job. That is 8% of the people who are on LinkedIn, is they're there to find a job. But other people are there not necessarily to find a job. They're employed right now. They're happy with their employment. However, they are seeing LinkedIn as an opportunity to further their career, meaning checking opportunities, gaining knowledge, being found, connecting with other people in advance that may prove to be helpful in the future. So being there to further your career is another one of the objectives. For sales and marketing, I know that is one of my primary objectives, is being on LinkedIn for business development, as a way to market my company, some of the products, connect with people that can help me market my company. So for sales and marketing is a category that I picked, though I have stated, and I will continue to state, that really LinkedIn is not a place where you're going to outwardly be making a lot of sales, because if you do, you're probably not going to be very successful. So as you watch the different videos that I talk about, I'll explain what I mean by how can you be successful in a business development or sales capacity without necessarily being aggressive or really out there with your sales. But that's another very legitimate purpose for being on LinkedIn, is for sales and marketing. To extend your trusted network of advisors. You see, having advisors, especially if you're a small business owner or in your career, think of it as a mentor. For some people, LinkedIn is a great place to connect and become a mentor or find a mentor. So extended your trusted network of advisors on LinkedIn is a great purpose. As you connect with some people that either have more expertise or have more connections in an area that's of interest to you, if you develop a relationship with them, they can act as an advisor to you. So that's a great purpose to be there. And lastly, to connect and build a network of people. The power of the network is what LinkedIn is best known for. So these are some of the objectives. There may be some other ones, but these are some pretty good ones. So determine what's your objective for being on LinkedIn, because everything else you do should follow that. All right, here's the next tip: to claim your personal profile URL. You see, the LinkedIn profile to your account is linkedin.com/in/ LinkedIn assigns you one, which is a series of numbers, but you can claim yours, especially if you have a name that is not very common. You will see in this slide, my URL is Rick Itzkowicz, which is my name. Not too many Rick Itzkowicz. However, if your name is John Smith, there's a good chance that yours would be taken, so you would have to find a variation of your name by having an underscore or by having a number connected to it, etc. But by all means, do what you can to claim your name. It's much easier for people to remember, to find you, and it's also great for search engine optimization on the likes of Google and YouTube. So claim your personal profile URL and insert it into your profile. All right, given to receive is the next tip. If you saw the movie Paying It Forward, which means doing a good deed before somebody does anything for you, it starts a chain of reactions that ultimately will not only transform the people that you are connected with, but it will come back to you in the spirit of reciprocity. So look to start paying it forward. Make introductions to people. Offer advice by answering some of the questions. Direct people by giving them resources. So all of these are examples of what you can do to get the engine moving in the right direction for you. So go ahead and pay it forward and give to receive. This is connected to that. Dig the well before you're thirsty. So, or another expression that we have in the United States is prime the pump, which means you have to get something out. You first need to put something in. So it's a similar to what we were talking about in the previous tip. However, in this particular case, LinkedIn can be viewed as a form of insurance for your career. You never know who will be able to provide you with some of the help that you may need in the future. And you may not know what kind of help you might need in the future. So by you seeing this as a form of insurance, even if you don't need a job, even if you don't need business development, even if you don't need a network of advisors, you never know the twists and turns that life can throw at us, and they may come in handy. So think of it in that vein, in terms of you are preempting and you are doing the things that you need to do before you need them. In case you ever need them, you will have already set that, groundwork, and it will allow you to capitalize on it. The personal touch is very important on LinkedIn. The personal touch, you can manifest that when you send personal invitations to connect. LinkedIn does give you a default, and I would highly advise you against using that. It just shows that you didn't give that much thought. So the personal introduction definitely starts positioning yourself as a person, as an individual who cares, and that is very important for your reputation and your brand on LinkedIn. Sending a thank you when somebody accepts your invitation, or vice versa. Okay, if you get an invitation to connect and you accept their invitation, send them a thank you for inviting you to connect. Again, that's building that relationship, that personal touch. And when you do those things on LinkedIn, it will definitely help you and help you stand apart from the rest of the people. And the last tip that I will give you right now is that you are building a network and not a list. Okay, a network of people that are connected to one another is much more powerful than a list. So while you may have some connections that you don't yet know, strive to start building your relationship with as many connections as you can, because that will form the basis for your network. There you have it, a few very powerful LinkedIn tips. Hope you enjoy them. Take care.